few for radio and are solely for entertainment purposes. You see, this broadcast includes bastards with adult language, bastards with adult themes, and bastards with partial nudity. Listener discretion is advised. Pete motherfucking. So if you're a bitch nigga with ass delicacies looming in your crusty head from dangling participles and real shit, call the show directly or turn the channel. You.
Just very beautiful right here. My man's going in on the heart. Yeah. I cheat the devil like Constantine. Dangerous habits, tempt fate constantly. Paint me like one of your Dorians. I've been hot since exordium. Pen to a page, defy age, sky gray. Stretch my hands like accordion. Pray for rain, pray to rain, magnanimous. Cage my worst animus. Go about ignoring them. Trying to get a handle on my vices, can't afford them no more.
What?
No more. No more. No more.
What?
No more.
Money touching my hands, can't say I'm panhandling. Your opinion before the panel's in, that's how I feel. I was trying to help him, now I'm on Anakin. Flexing on overload, hoping they'll catch it like it's cancerous. Get infected with the hustle like that other bullshit you addicted to, keep inhaling it. Staining Peter to pay Paul, grabbing a barrel arrogance. Intentional ignorance, contradictory everything. Hypothetical wedding ring. Married to the game, we exporting everything. Everything, we exploiting every door. Excuses can't afford them no more.
What?
No more. No more.
No more.
No more.
What?
No more. No more.
Beloved gang, baby.
Oh, yeah.
It's 11 something on a Thursday. That means it's time for you to go ahead and hop overboard. Go ahead and join Gilligan in these bad ways.
Marianne, where are you? I need your ginger.
Oh my God. I was just watching something where I was like, I was telling you, like, Ramon, you already did enough. Why are you doing this? It could all be misunderstood. You kept going now. Well, I'm glad that you're staying on task. Now let's go around the room and see who we got in the building. We got
Ramon, the Savage Slayer, Smith, a.k.a. Don't Stop Moaning. Come on,
Moaning.
I say yeah.
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 Yeah. Cause you make me feel. Come on. Come on. And I feel alright. I say yeah. 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 Woo. All right. Look at this.
I lost my headphones. I lost my headphones.
Are coming off.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. I mean, I could tease you as much as I want to, but you know, a lot of times when people tease others, it's only because they can't just say,
You know,
moaning.
You know I love you, moaning, moaning. You know I love you, moaning, moaning. Hey, you.
All right, let's keep this party going. My name is Warren Phoenix Johnson, but the correct pronunciation of my name is
The Big Bad Warren Phoenix Johnson.
You guys like that shit?
Like this game?
The Asiatic black man backhandling in business. And speaking of some of this business, let me tell you how it's going down today. We're going to roll into our news segment, a little segment we like to call
You May Have.
because you may have heard it and you may have not. Then we're going to roll into the Come On Hookup, where we salute essential workers giving us our essential needs. I was just thinking about the segment I watched, and I really wanted to put in something like salute essential workers giving us our saluting essential workers, even though Ramon will insult us as they give us. Or insult them. As they give us our essential needs. And then we're going to run to the ins and outs, relationship advice. We crack open a novel of one of our love lives and realize that myself and or Ramon will tap dance around our past as much as we can, like Gregory Hines or Bill Cosby being challenged in a tap dance battle. Not a court challenge. Not a court of law, because he lost. Oh. And then we're going to close out with Ayo What Man. Now, that's a segment we rarely get to.
Yeah.
Some call it trash talk, but the streets know it as prophecy. Before we move any further, Ramon, tell us about that week, Daddy.
Oh, it's a good week, man.
It's good.
It's good. It's good. I don't know. I forget what I do. I forget what I do during the week. Something happened I was going to tell you today. I can't remember it. All right, man.
Old Man River.
Old Man
River.
I think it's like I go sparring on Tuesdays, and I get knocked around a couple of times, so my memory is kind of But that was a good week. What did I do I did something over the weekend. Oh man,
I did something.
Oh, so I DJ'd out there. All right, so we had the gym, the MMA gym had a Christmas party. I DJ'd there. It was pretty cool. A couple people showed up. I mean, some people showed up, had some food and stuff, hung out for a little bit, and then did a comedy show on Sunday at this place in Wicker Park. It was pretty interesting.
No.
No, it was cool.
Okay, don't just give us it was interesting.
No. Well, no, because I my set wasn't as great as I thought it would be.
That's interesting. Now that is actually interesting.
Yeah,
because you actually your stand up is like kind of, I don't want to say strategic, but it's like exactly at what tone and tonality of each joke. You know how to the varying range of tonalities and how those punchlines land.
Right.
Not that I've been watching stand up ever since I was a child because my father couldn't get a babysitter or didn't want to have a babysitter and wanted to expose me to a different world outside of the South Side.
Right.
So he went to go hang out in comedy clubs where he did his reviews at. But I might know a little bit about stand up.
Yeah.
So what happened?
I think my intro was I went in straight into one joke that I usually use as my second joke, and so like sometimes when you open up, you gotta like let them know who you are. Yeah. I think I missed that. So but they started warming up. Once the jokes started getting in, they warmed up a little bit. They're like, oh, they started laughing. I got some late delays. Like some of my jokes, it has to sink in where you realize, oh, he just said that. And then they start laughing. It's all right. I mean, I think what I like about it is that I don't get bombed. Like if I bomb or something like that, I don't get upset about it. I like, okay, that's what I did wrong. So next time I come back around, let's change that.
Well, see, that's the beauty of doing improv. Like improv is like low key set up like for you to fail.
Yeah.
So it's not like you don't know the dangers of failing.
Right.
So when it happens during stand-up, the only thing that I and I don't want to jinx myself, but I think like the only fear that I have of doing stand up is like when it bombs, it's like, oh, that was all my fault.
Yeah. Because like I think like with improv, it is that it's like everything is a gift.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So if something bombs or fails, it's a gift for somebody else to take that and lift it up and make something of it. So stand up,
Yeah.
It's
a curse.
It's getting hot in here.
Oh my goodness.
But that was my week. Going to get a massage today, so I'm excited about that.
Okay, well, I guess your week isn't exciting as mine. So, taking care of children, a lot of times I realize that the children don't understand the context of certain things.
Yeah.
There was a young man who told a little girl, a group of little girls, hey, man, you know what? F your families. And the little girl turned to me and she was like, Mr. Warren, he said he wants us to have sex with our families.
That's awesome.
Oh my God, I'm salty. I'm salty that I just said that because that is gonna go into one of my sets. But I was like, what? No.
That's hilarious.
And it's real. And so a lot of times I have jokes about. I mean, not jokes, or when I have something to talk about from that part of my life. It's about the children, but it's fun to talk about some of the adults. And I have talked about some of the adults here. And I realize that a lot of the adults aren't in tune with a lot of popular culture.
Update.
Yeah, that's nice. I hate that rarely happens. But it's interesting because a lot of them aren't in tune with popular culture.
Right.
And so a colleague of mine was like, he had step in his office to talk about something. And I was like, all right, hey, look, I got to get downstairs. Blah, blah, blah. XYZ. He's like, oh, sorry, I just need you to dip in and dip out. And I was like, hey, pause. And then he was like, pause, wait, don't, why would you say that? And so then I explained to him what it was. He's like, oh, okay. So then later on, they ordered lunch or whatever. And he was like, hey, Mr. Johnson, I didn't want my potato. Did you want to take my potato? Pause. Pause. Is that a pause? Should I pause? And I never forget that when I heard somebody give one of the worst pauses ever when he was like, yo, I'm about to go pick up my kids from school. Pause. What?
Like, what?
Why?
Why is that pause?
Why? And we have Sean Chantel in the chat.
Oh, nice.
He said, with stand up, all falls on you because you actually sat at home and prepared this garbage. Sean Chantel getting a money from the chat.
Dude, that right there is my first set ever. That is my first set ever right there. All that falls on. Like I had a show at you know Brian Babylon.
Yes, of course.
Yeah. So
He's talking about, do I know Brian Babylon? We met Brian
Babylon
at the same time.
Yeah, that's right.
Like, wait.
I was like, wait a minute.
He gave us one of our waves.
Yeah. We right. He's the one that got us on. Yeah. So he let me do his show. He used to do a show on the South Side, and he's like, oh yeah, I seen your improv. You're funny, So I'll give you 5 minutes at the top. The dude like this bombed the whole 5 minutes. And so that describes it's like it still falls on me because I actually sat home and prepared that garbage. Now I look back on it, like the set, I'm like, oh man, that was garbage. Like I didn't know what I was doing. So
I had a set this summer that I really liked, and I think I talked about it here. It was nothing but talking about my life in childcare, and I've never in my life brought a paper on stage to read from. You often see comics do it,
right?
But I've never done it, just due to the past that I have with blah blah blah. That's neither here nor there.
Yeah.
I finally brought up a piece of paper, and it was nothing but my life in childcare stuff. I sat home and prepared and wrote down, and much to my surprise, it just killed.
Really?
I was like, I told this story before. Like I had the paper over here, and I was like, all right, here we go. Something off the paper. Set the paper down, and people were laughing. So like, you're doing bits in between.
Right.
And like, oh my God, that worked. Let's see what else worked. I was like, I'm going back to the paper, and I read, which became a gag.
Right.
I went back to the paper, came back, and I said another bit, and then that exploded everything. I was like, oh my God, and I was like, I'm going back to the paper, y'all.
See that, but you made it work. That's probably that improv in you that you take that as a gift and be like, all right, I'm not gonna be like bummed out about it.
It was. At one point though, I was like, maybe I'll tell one of my real jokes, and they applauded for that. They were like, oh, those aren't the real jokes. All right, let's hear some.
Nice.
Let's hear some real jokes. Never got to them. To hell with those real jokes. When I got paid, I'll never forget. He paid me like, hey man. He was happy to give me my little money. I was so excited.
Yeah.
And then I took that money to the bar and drank and bought chicken wings.
Yeah,
Not all of it though.
I did that once. Like I forgot early on, I forgot like my next joke, and I pulled out a piece of paper to read it, and I was like, "Oh yeah, I got to get some tomatoes after this show." And I put it back. And they laughed at that, and then I just kept on going.
Yeah,
So.
well, I mean, yeah. Well, hopefully you never get tomatoes while you on stage.
Yeah.
Tell the internet crap bowler.
Hey, if you want to find us on Facebook, we are under Bad Waves Remix. You can find us on Instagram under Bad Waves Comedy. You can watch us live right now, and you can't throw tomatoes because if you throw tomatoes, you'll bust up your computer on Facebook under Bad Waves Radio, or you can dial in and chat with us at 312-985-7834. Once again, 312-985-7834.
And that's Bad Waves Radio on YouTube. Talk some shiznah, Daniel. You said Facebook. Talk some shiznah, Daniel, with the Bastards. You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. For the first time today, we are going to break your love.
Yeah. Nova. Far gone. Turn off the light, money turn me on. Turn on my mic, money turn me on. I do this for my family, I hope they understand me. I'm trying to get a Grammy. Turn off the light, money turn me on. Turn on my mic, money turn me on. Heart so cold, got my chain on frozen, so like pop show. Yeah, for these past few years, I done fell off and came right back. I'm like, what? Everybody knows when you go against us, it's a family affair, and only God we trust. I'm on the other side, getting money from another grind. You can't talk about me, I know your money's tied up. When it's up, then it's stuck. Shorty's in my ear, trying to get me for insane. How she calling my name, it was all downhill once she got into my brain. I always put in work, now I'm in the Hall of Fame. Top tier for success, and you just a lame. No days off, I'ma always keep stunting. Take the rooftop off the drop, how to push it a button. Yeah, you just talking and bluffing. You say you want smoke, let me see you do something. Turn off the light, money turn me on. Turn on my mic, money turn me on. I do this for my family, I hope they understand me. I'm trying to get a Grammy. Turn off the light, money turn me on. Turn on my mic, money turn me on. Heart so cold, got my chain on frozen, so like pop show. Look, fly boy, I'ma keep going up. Only play for the wins, and you keep off me. No excuses, I'ma always live it up. You can tell me what you want, but I never give up. You feel what's the deal? I'm back for the kill, hunting everything around, turn a snack to a meal. They praying on me most, hoping that I never will. Make a rise through my fall, so I'm back on the hills. I'm taking off, I advance every year. I done made it through the fog, now I seen it all clear. I'm making moves, did it all from beginning. Now the flow changed up, they see me flossing and grinning. Cause I'm winning, and you not. I got a bad chick and you got a thigh. There's no comparison between you and I could tell you ain't real by the look up in your eyes, you soft. Turn off the light, money turn me on. Turn on my mic, money turn me on. I do this for my family, I hope they understand me. I'm trying to get a Grammy. Turn off the light, money turn me on. Turn on my mic, money turn me on. Heart so cold, got my chain on frozen, so like pop show.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Sally Green. You're listening to Bad Waves Radio with Ramon the Savage Slayer and Big Bad Warren Phoenix Johnson.
Summertime in OC got me feeling good. Hands up when I hear my song. Funk in the deck and you know me. Let 'em know, keep it up, ain't no party like a West Coast party. I bet you never seen so many pretty girls. That kind of girl that knows just how to rock your body. Fellas in it, hollers, there's nowhere to go. To make me rock my body, hit the switch, let's go. Know know how it's done. I bet you never seen so many pretty girls. The kind of girl who knows just how to rock your body. Fellas in Hollis, there's nowhere to go to make me rock my body. Hit the switch, let's go. Rolling deep, I think you know now where you get your funk from. Where did it get ya? We get down in these streets, better down, someone up on it. Where did it get ya? From the Bay to LA to Marseille, don't matter where you come from. We get down in these streets, better down, someone up on it. Better tell somebody to get ya. Rolling deep, I think you know now where you get your funk from. Where did it get ya? We get down in these streets, better down, someone up on it. Where did it get ya? From the Bay to LA to Marseille, don't matter where you come from. Where did you get it? We get down in these streets, better down, someone up on it. Better tell somebody to get ya. Rolling deep, I think you know now where you get your funk from. Where did it get ya? We get down in these streets, better down, someone up on it.
Say.
Put people on.
If you don't know, now you do. You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4.org. Beloved gang, baby.
Another time, Peace Watch owed to Pablo Escobar. The Henny dope boys just turned broke. I flooded the wrist, a mule of 40 acres. I'm paid in full. You late to class, books just got balled up. I can show you ways to make the dollar flip. Acrobats, we stretch the weight. Baking soda on the powder tip, huh? That's a hustler's order. Met my plug on the sandy shores. We cross borders like, look, son, Papa Chef show you how to cook some. I'll cut you a slice, but the cake come with a big gun. One day maybe you can be the boss. Level under me, 48 laws, the chief you never cross. Now we've been waiting for this day since we was begging for crumbs. We took the game and handed down. That's how discipleship done. Now everybody wanna know just how we got to the top. We followed orders from the OG who was calling the shots. Now we've been waiting for this day since we was begging for crumbs. We took the game and handed down. That's how discipleship done. Now everybody wanna know just how we got to the top. We followed orders from the OG who was calling the shots.
Live from where the cash is king, the credit street, representing that cream to the fullest. Watch the weight, tread the mill, that soda bake. Oven hot, I can show you how to cook it. Culinary school for the birds, the whip got no shirt. My whip pants still hurt. The only time I put in is work. Play with mine is how my nerves get irked. Wrong angle, Kirk. I'm the plug and I charge like Surge. Spot that cake go Turks. From quarters to quarters, wrist the color of the Lakers. Ice glaciers, I need mine up front. Never take side cuts like tapers. Soon as I see 12, I'm vapor. In the air like a respirator. Made drops once I seen the BBS's beam lasers. Keys open doors and keys could change your neighbors. At the top, I'm wearing skyscraper.
Now we've been waiting for this day since we was begging for crumbs. We took the game and handed down. That's how discipleship done. Now everybody wanna know just how we got to the top. We followed orders from the OG who was calling the shots. Now we've been waiting for this day since we was begging for crumbs. We took the game and handed down. That's how discipleship done. Now everybody wanna know just how we got to the top. We followed orders from the OG who was calling the shots.
What you know about pushing through bench press? Know we bout to blow and I just wanna be the Semtex. Never in the cut, loud when I let it bust. Hook like a stick, better move when I hit the clutch. What you know about pushing through bench press? Know we bout to blow and I just wanna be the Semtex. Never in the cut, loud when I let it bust. Hook like a stick, better move when I hit the clutch. I'm the young Albo, the dope Chico, the Carlito. No D's on the low, they tryna hit us with that Rico. Mitch and Boogie said they bout to ball like chemo until it all fall. 9/11, no Reno. The whole whip chrome like a Drino. When I get the bustin', better get greasy, yo, like Pino. Trip, I make this burn like acid, no amino facts. I'm from the dirty, no cap, the verse clean, no. He know Joey crack, make him rock, lean back, unidentified ride. Get your body snatched up, the hot boy. Pop wheelies up the block, boy. Wanna take us down, you gotta roll with a convoy. I'm top boy, greedy for hymns, lower the brim. Was booming with it the day I stepped out of the pen. In this cold city, it's all about the wins. Mitch is first, when I'm done with Boogie, they'll call him nosebleed in the end. And they be lying if they said it's pretend. When it get deep, coexist with a beast, Daniel in the den. Cause I was born to wipe the smudge off Tim's, make them bounce with it like pimped out hydraulics on the rims.
Now we've been waiting for this day since we was begging for crumbs. We took the game and handed down. That's how discipleship done. Now everybody wanna know just how we got to the top. We followed orders from the OG who was calling the shots. Now we've been waiting for this day since we was begging for crumbs. We took the game and handed down. That's how discipleship done. Now everybody wanna know just how we got to the top. We followed orders from the OG who was calling the shots.
Beloved gang, baby.
Most incredibly, history in the making.
You ready? Anything that makes you trip on. Traveler, time traveler. Sinner at the start to the center of a nebula. Traveler, time traveler. Sinner at the start to the center of a nebula.
Get it, go, live on up. Driving in my now. Money go, live on up. Take you in my bimmer now.
History in the making.
You ready? Bubbler of the molecular. Could be a leveler. Are you single from India? Traveler. Love like a snuggler, like Sita and Rama. Talking about Shiva, the queen of Sheba. From Ethiopia in the traveler. From India, traveler. Time traveler. Sinner at the start to the center of a nebula. Traveler. Time traveler. Sinner at the start to the center of a nebula.
Get it, go, live on up. Driving in my bimmer now. Money go, live on up. Take you in my bimmer now.
Bubbler of the molecular, could be a leveler. Love like a snuggler, like Sita and Rama. Talking about Shiva, the queen of Sheba. From Ethiopia in the traveler. From India.
History in the making.
You ready?
Dream the paradise, paradise, paradise.
Sinner at the start to the center of a nebula.
Get it, go, live on up. Driving in my bimmer now. Money go, live on up. I take you in my bimmer now.
Bastards all day. Bad waves on 1680 AM. Q4.org. Beloved gang, baby.
Oh, yes.
We back on the land, Liz Nathaniel.
To you.
And before we move any further, I gotta tell you what you just heard. We kicked that whole thing off with the artist formerly known as Chore Boy. You can find him on Instagram as Rig Moreau, featuring Can't Buy and Deem, one of the most authentic gentlemen you'll ever know. Can't Buy Deem. If you ever watch a Can't Buy Deem video, trust me, those aren't just visuals. That guy's doing a bunch of that stuff. We opened it up with their song, which is called, Bad Habits.
No.
No. Drug Habits. No. Habits is in the title.
Yes.
It's called, wow, right in front of me.
Yeah.
Dangerous Habits.
Yeah.
Right in front of me on the
Dangerous!
Oh, my goodness. So is not looking at the playlist directly in front of you. Then we went out of that into Nova Sport featuring Tony Merck with Takeoff. That is off Nova Sport's album, latest project, which is, oh, my God, what's happening to me?
Yeah, I don't know it, so.
Oh, my God.
I'm not going to pretend.
It was called, oh, my God.
Yeah, you're telling me about it while we were dancing to it.
Yeah, I know. I'm an idiot. All right, that's fine.
Yeah.
And that is Nova Sport featuring Tony Merck with Takeoff.
Takeoff.
And then we went out of that into DJ.
No.
We went into Mofac featuring Sally Green.
Yeah.
With Rolling Deep. And then we went out of that into the Roman. Shout out to Celeste Hamilton, who was in that group. That's how we even know of this group. I don't know if they're still together, but they had one project. But this song is called You Got Served by The Roman. And then we hopped out of that into Sajian's, the Sajian Mashup. Is that what he called it?
Mashup Mola.
And Time Traveler.
Traveler.
Time Traveler.
Queen Sheba.
And right, Eva, Queen Sheba. Like, that was some, like, spoken word.
Yeah.
Like, damn near. And it was great. Boom, dakadoo, boom, dakadoo. Boom, dakadoo, boom, dakadoo. Boom, dakadoo, boom, dakadoo. Like, man, we always like to dance around to certain songs for sure and sing them and whatever, what have you. And at one point, and I told you, I was like, all right, I'm done. But then the beat did a thing, and I was just right back, like,
right. Like, what's that? Stop.
I couldn't stop. I could not stop. And you know what? How about you don't stop, Monet? We're going to move into our new segment, a little segment we like to call
You May Have.
Because you may have heard it and you may have not. Leading the way, like our own comedic time traveler, is Ramon the Savage Smith. Wait, the Savage Smith is what I said.
Yeah.
This is not my day.
Man.
You know what? Turn all this crap off. All right, let's try it again. It is Ramon the Savage Slayer Smith, a.k.a. Don't Stop Moaning. Come on, Moaning.
I say yeah.
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 Yeah. Because you make me feel. Come on. Come on. And I feel all right. I say yeah. 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 Woo. All right.
Take it easy. All right, we're all good. We're all good. You know, I do believe, though, if you were a time traveler, there's no time that you couldn't go to where they wouldn't say, love you, moaning, moaning. You know I love you, moaning, moaning. You know I love you, moaning, moaning. Hey, yoo-hoo. All right, let's get it cracking.
All right, let's start off with a, let's see. I got a bunch of them here, but let me pick out some cool ones. We go on vacation sometimes, and on vacations we try to bring some stuff back, right? Somebody said, well, bring me some rum. You go to the Bahamas, they bring me some cruising rum, whatever. Well, a man visited Thailand, and on his way back to his home, decided to bring some items with him. But turns out that when he went through the X-ray machine, they noticed something different about this man, or something strange about him. He had a big bulge.
No, I understand, man.
So it's like
I can relate.
They probably looked at this man, and I don't know if he was Asian. They probably said, "There's no way he can have that bulge."
Oh man,
starting early.
Oh my God.
Yep, 22-year-old Taiwanese traveler
He
was coming through the airport, and they noticed something strange in his trouser. They said, "Well, that bulge looks a little big." So they pulled him over, put him in an X-ray machine, and turns out that he had some animals in there. He was smuggling some otters, prairie dogs in his pants.
Oh man.
So that bulge was too big for his britches. Yeah, he was trying to smuggle in some otters and some prairie dogs. I don't know why would he do that? Like
live otters
and live prairie dogs in his underwear. And so I guess he had like sweatpants or something. They show a picture of the guy holding up the prairie dogs. Yeah, he has like some type of jeans on. Wow. So they're like baby otters. Incredible. So he had like 3 baby otters and a prairie dog in his crotch.
Oh my God.
That's crazy. Like that's crazy. Like imagine that thing with like one of those let me take a nick off of one of these little things.
Oh my God! Looking at his testicles, like look like nuts.
Look like rambutans.
Oh my!
Let me take a bite out of one of those things.
Oh my God!
Yeah. So be careful what you try to smuggle. All right, let's go to. So imagine you having your pet. This happened to a man. He had a pet parrot, and his pet parrot disappeared. Came back 4 years later, only to insult him in Spanish. That was a sting. Yeah, British parrot went missing 4 years ago. Returned speaking Spanish.
You left the British part out, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay. So this parrot went and got a whole new life.
Yeah, he got a whole new life. Came back. He's like, Margo, what's up, Holmes? ¿Qué te pasa, coño? He's like, wait. I don't understand what you're saying. Hey.
Órale,
way. Why don't you go in the kitchen and give me some nachos? Make me some tacos.
Oh, my God.
And by the way, go out there and wash my lowrider.
Oh my God.
And then these are my cholas. This is Marta, Maria, Josefa.
He could have went to any Spanish-speaking country, but you got him going to like L.A.
South L.A.
All right.
He's got a bandana in his pocket. He doesn't even have pockets.
Oh my God.
Wearing a shirt that's buttoned at the top. Hey, sitting in his cage. Mira, pendango.
Oh my God. Okay, my cuz.
Hey, okay, cuz.
Do you know that terminology? Okay, my cuz. CK,
No.
my cuz. It's a Mexican thing. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. All right. So I think we spoke about this before. Okay, let's go to the next story. I can imagine that parrot coming in like, hey, and it's like slapping him. Siéntate, coño. Now go make me some food.
I'll go wash my little rider.
Go wash my little rider.
Oh my God.
He's sitting down there not watching TV with sandals with socks on.
Viva la raza!
Viva la raza, coño!
Why couldn't he just go like to Argentina?
I know, right?
Why you got him going there?
Well, it would have been that funny because they would be like, "Che conmigo, coño."
Yeah, their Spanish is way different than
Yeah.
ours. I dated an Argentinian girl, and she was speaking. She was like, "You don't know what I'm saying."
I'm like,
no. I had a girl tell me, I had a Venezuelan girl say, "You speak Spanish like a Mexican." Look, I didn't know that was a bad thing. At least I'm trying.
Right. I'm trying to speak.
Oh, Jesus. Go ahead. I'm so sorry to take it back.
No, that's all right. All right. So entitled neighbor, we explained this. We talked about this before. How you get packages delivered, and sometimes they'll deliver it to the wrong place, or like in this case of this lady, she knew her neighbors. She was really friendly with them, and she put them as, if I'm not home, let's give it to my neighbors, and I'll pick it up from them later. Well, neighbors moved away, and some new neighbors moved in, and I guess she didn't take it off the thing, and she would get packages delivered to them because she wasn't home, and she would go over there and ask them, "Did you receive my package?" And they're like, "No, we don't know what you're talking about." And she's like, "Wait, no, it says delivered here. You got my package." They're like, "No, we haven't received anything." She's like, "Okay." You don't have my package. So she did place another order for something, and that day she knew it was going to be delivered, so she decided to work from home.
Okay.
And she was working from home, and it said, "Package has been delivered to the neighbor again." She walked over there and she said, "I believe you have a package." It said it was delivered to your house. And they said, "No, nothing's been delivered here." And she said, "Okay." And she left. And 15 minutes later, the neighbor's knocking on the door. "You bastard!" Apparently, she ordered a box of live tarantulas. She collects weird animals or weird insects and stuff. So she had ordered a box of live tarantulas, and a kid, I guess, had opened up the box. And they lied. They thought it was something cool.
Yeah.
They lied, and she's like, "You bastards! You better go over there and get that live tarantula out of my house." So teaches you, don't lie when you get a package that's not yours. You never know what's in it.
Oh my God!
When I was reading it, I thought it was gonna be like a dildo or something like that.
Turns out it was a tangle web she weaved.
Yeah, watch out with web she weaved.
The tangle web she weaved.
When we first tangled to deceive. Is that how? That's not how it goes, right?
No, it's something about the web of deception.
Oh, all right. Well,
next story way.
Yeah. Let's see how. So a couple has shared how their marriage has lasted over 36 years.
Oh.
A secret to happy marriage.
Oh, God.
Secret to Lisa and San, Lisa 60 and Lisa Sands 60 and Everett Hollow 63, married 36 years, and they even pick out outfits for each other when they go on dates.
Cute.
With other people.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yep.
I wasn't ready.
The secret of their marriage is open relationship, a polyamorous marriage. It turns out that one day Everett revealed that he slept with another woman, with one of his friends. And Lisa said, "I'm grateful that he did." Because I think we are in Bizarro World. I mean, I'm guessing this article's from. He's like, well, it sparked something in our marriage, when he slept with that woman. And then she's like, it was open season, so she decided to sleep with some other guys too. And turns out she has 3 different boyfriends and 3 different states.
Oh.
Yeah, and he's okay with it, And they love their marriage now. It's going strong. They sit down and watch TV together and I guess talk about other people's. I don't know what they talk about.
We'll do it live.
But they said it's not for everybody, but for us it works. So
you're down with OPP?
There you go. You're down with OPP.
OPP. So simple as 1, 2, 3. Dude, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask you this though: have you ever had that when you're like dating someone and they think somebody else might be on you, and then they just like go crazy, like they just like, oh, they want you. Well, can she do this?
I'm going, yeah.
You ever had that?
No, but I did. It wasn't like a relationship, but it was like a girl who said, let's have a friends with benefits, and I was like, okay, but I think I don't know. I want to say women, but they get more attached than, for them it's different. So we said, go, it's open relationship. I guess open relationship. I mean, I wasn't dating anybody. I was just, let's do whatever. And so one day I came home and I had this other young lady with me.
I knew this story was taking a turn.
You know, and we get on the elevator, and guess who's on the elevator? And this is why I said don't date anybody or don't mess around with anybody who lives like near you or in your building or anything like that. I learned my lesson. She was on the elevator. She didn't say anything, and I was like, "Hey, what's up?" She's like, "Okay." I got off the elevator, went to my apartment. 2 minutes later, bam, 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 bam. And I'm like, "What?" So I open the door. She yells, he's screwing me too.
No, no, wait, while the person was still there?
Yes.
Oh, my God.
And runs off.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. That's crazy, bro.
And I was like, whoa.
He's screwing
me too. And I'm like, okay. And then, but luckily the other person was in the bathroom. They didn't even hear it. So I got away with that one. She said, "Who was that?" I was like, "I don't know. Somebody got the wrong."
My man.
Keep going, Daddy. The next
All
story.
right. So holidays are upon us, and a lot of holiday parties are happening. Oh, that's what I did. I went to a holiday party Thursday, my job holiday party. That's one of the things I did in the week. But the holiday parties are coming up, and it was pretty cool. It's like they went back to before pandemic. They used to like rent out the whole field museum.
Yeah.
And like they always had this big old party, like free food, free drinks, live bands, DJs, and we get to roam around the museum.
God, I love museum parties.
Man,
I don't care if it's an art museum, field museum,
right?
whatever. I love museum parties. It goes down.
Yeah. So we did it there, field museum, and then one year we did it at the Art Institute, and it's pretty cool. But ever since COVID, they stopped doing it, and then they started doing like every office had their own little party, and so this year was the first time that they did it, everybody together. It wasn't at a museum, but it was at like a bar, and it was pretty cool. But anyway, festives are here now. So one gentleman went to his holiday party, and he's married. His wife did not go with him.
Who said he's a married?
He's a married man. He's a married man. He's a married man. And he said his wife said, "Hey, I should be back home by 11." And his wife woke up, and it was like 1:30. Still wasn't home. And so she texted him, say, "Hey, what's up?" And he said, "Call me ASAP." And she got nervous and decided to call him. And he says, "Hey, I'm at one of my coworkers. She's a female colleague. I'm at her house. Turns out she got really drunk. And I had to bring her home because I wanted her to be safe, and so I'm watching over her because she's basically throwing up all over the place, and she threw up on my clothes, and I'm gonna like stay here with her to make sure she's okay." Now I read the story and I'm like, wait a minute. So that's the story. So there's no. So she's like, "Oh, okay. Well, we'll make sure she's all right." And then there's comments that everybody's saying, commending this guy for being a stand-up guy by staying with this woman who was drunk and taking care of her for the rest of the night. And nobody's thinking, maybe he's lying. Like nobody's thinking, maybe he's lying, and maybe he's staying the night with this young lady. Taking her to Capitan Mountain. Like that's kind of weird. Like that was weird that everybody's like, "Oh man, I understand the woman got so drunk and it's unsafe for her, and it's good that this guy actually stayed with her the whole night." I'm like, "Oh my gosh." Well, I don't know. What do you think?
Hey man. Hey, something was getting thrown up,
man,
and it was that ass.
I know.
I don't know.
She was gagging on these on these rambutans.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
bro, that's crazy. That's so sweet of her, the wife, though.
Right? But that's man.
I don't know. I've rarely dated a woman who was like comfortable with me sleeping at some other woman's house.
Yeah, I don't think anybody would like.
I remember I was staying at a friend of ours' place because I was in the process of moving to someplace else, and I was like, "Oh damn, I got a couch surfed like a mug, man. I'm gonna sleep over at my homegirl's crib." And I was coming from a show, And this girl who I was hanging out with, she was like, all right, what you about to do? I was like, all right, I'm about to go to the crib. Now, I wasn't broadcasting to everybody
Right.
that I was, couch surfing. And so I was like, oh, I'm about to just go back to the crib. She was like, oh, I'll go with you. And I was like, well, I mean, I'm about to move into a different crib in XYZ amount of time. I'm on my homegirl's couch. And she was like, you're what? And they had met. And everything. I was like, no, it's so-and-so. You know what I'm saying? She was like, oh, really? You know what? I'll just go home. I was like, well, I can come to you. No, thanks.
Oh, man, she was salty.
Yeah, she wasn't having it.
Dang.
Yep. And then she started freaking one of our other friends.
See? That's wrong. That's wrong.
Yep.
Like, I had a friend, so I dated this girl, and when we first started dating, she was staying at some dude's house.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't, and then now I look back at it, I'm like, man, that's kind of weird. But I guess he was like a friend of the family or something like that. I don't know. She said, that's what she said.
Yeah.
And I would drop her off, like, hey, all right, see you later. I'll see you later, Mm-hmm. And I mean, at that point, I didn't care because I wasn't like really trying to like be in a relationship.
Yeah.
But then she got her own place and moved out. But that's kind of weird. I don't think I've ever done that. Stayed at the woman's house while I'm in a relationship.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't in a relationship. I was just seeing, dating around or whatever.
But but you were like couch surfing, so that's kind of like, that's you need to do that.
Man, whatever.
You can stay where you can stay.
On the real, I mean, just go before I reveal too much of my personal life. This was not recent, by the way, everyone.
Right. This is my past. All right. Well, a group of friends, women, were they hang out there. A group of friends, they drink wine and watch TV together.
Mm-hmm.
They've been friends for a while, and one of the girls in the group is cheating on her husband, and cheating on her husband with this other guy, and so she decides to tell her husband, like this girl and the group friends decide to tell her husband that his wife is cheating.
Oh, nice.
And so everybody in the group cast her out. They said, "Man, how dare you like put her business in the street?" And she so she felt hurt. And she felt hurt, and she got ousted by the group, and nobody wanted to talk to her. So she's like, "Man, I was trying to be, like I think that's wrong, and I just wanted him to know that what she's doing, because, I don't want to be in that drama or whatever." So it turns out they ousted her. A couple years later, one of the girls calls her up and says, "Hey, how you doing? I need a favor."
Let's see.
Turns out the same girl that was cheating is messing around with her husband, with the girl, one of the friend's husband.
Uh-huh.
And her friend said, "Well, you should have seen it coming." All right, well, I should have left that story.
Oh my God.
I don't know. I think I don't know. Would you tell, like, if you had some friends and
if I was in a friend group?
Yeah.
It's funny because I would at this age, no. How old are those people?
I guess they're older. 33.
Yeah, probably not. But when I was younger, though, I was dating a girl, and she had a roommate, and she was dating this one guy, and we had suspicions about the girls we were seeing,
Mm-hmm.
and he was like, "Yo, Dave, if you tell me, alias, Dave, if you tell me, I'll tell you." What you want to know? And I was like, "Oh, so you seen something?" He's like, "I don't know. Have you seen something?" I was like, "Well, have you seen something?" He's like, and so finally, I was like, "I gotta know. I gotta know." And I was like, "Okay, fine. I'll tell you. She's been seeing that guy that just got out of prison."
Damn.
Yeah. And then I was like, "Okay, tell me what I want to know. Is she seeing someone else?" And he was like, "Nah, I ain't seen her."
Dang.
Oh my God.
That's crazy.
It is crazy. And they were so mad at me. Both the girls were so mad at me because they were like, "Why would you tell him?"
Man.
Yeah, but it's okay. It turns out the girl I was seeing actually was cheating on
Oh,
me.
yeah?
Yeah, but he just didn't see it. She was just that good.
Oh.
And not trustworthy. Turns out for good reason.
Girls are good at cheating.
Oh my God, she was a master.
Yeah.
She's a master. For don't worry, I ended up getting her back. We'll tell you. I'll tell that story off mic.
All right. Let's see. What do we got? Yeah, stupid. So as a husband and woman have been married, and she turns out says that she's pregnant, and he got a little scared, and he said a couple of years ago he had a friend who was dating this girl, and she was on birth control and decided to stop taking birth control, got pregnant, and they got married, and she told him at the wedding that she got married on purpose, so he can marry. He got pregnant on purpose so she can marry him. So it's called it's called baby trapping or something like that.
Sure.
Yeah,
It's
baby trapping. So this couple, once the other couple says, the wife says, "Hey, I'm pregnant," and so he freaks out and he tells her the story about his friend, and he says, "You're not trying to baby trap me, are you?" She says, "We've been married 7 years."
Right, you're already married.
You're already married 7 years.
You've already fallen for the trap.
Yeah, where are you gonna go? I mean, baby trapping. Yeah, he said he felt like he was being baby trapped, and according to the title of the article, he's about to abandon her. You won't baby trap me.
Oh my God.
We've been married 20 years. No, I'm going to be free. Yeah. So he's getting a divorce because he said she's being baby trapped. Well, I guess he said that he didn't want to have kids. And she was like, all right, that's cool. We won't have kids. But they've been married 7 years.
Yeah, just.
Like at that point.
So, yeah, he wanted out of that.
Yeah, he wanted to get out of that relationship.
Yeah, he wanted out of that. That woman could have lost the remote.
Yeah, he was like,
"You don't remote trap me.
You lost the remote. You ain't gonna remote trap find me."
Trying to take my control. I'm taking it back.
I'm taking it back.
Oh my! Why don't you just get a universal remote?
Right.
That's right. I will get a universal remote and give you space.
All right. Speaking of leaving. A woman has been in a relationship with her boyfriend. They're 20-year-old, and they both are in a history class together, and they have assigned seats, so next to each other for the remainder of the history course.
Okay.
And she was looking for. She said, the relationship hasn't been the way she's wanted it, to be for a while.
So wait, they are friends or they're classmates?
They're in a relationship, but they're in the same class also.
Okay.
So they actually lived. Did they live together? I think they lived together. Yeah. So they lived together and they're in this class together. And she said, "Well, the relationship hasn't been, the way I've wanted it to go, and so I'm thinking about bailing on the relationship." And she's been thinking about it, So one day she was at home and she was looking for a history book that she forgot to bring to class, and when she was going to the drawer, she discovered that her boyfriend's planning to propose to her.
Oh.
And she found their engagement ring, and she said take the matter and dig a little deeper, and kind of like went through his phone to look at the text, and she ran across the text where he's telling his group of friends that he's planning to propose to her a certain night after dinner, and everybody's wishing him good luck.
Oh my God.
He's a really nice guy, but the relationship's not working. So I'm planning on ending things at the end of the semester. And she said, and then it would be awkward because we have assigned seats, so we have to sit next to each other for the remainder of the season. So the day of the proposal, people are saying, like, speaking and saying like she's kind of crappy with herself because the day of the proposal, she knew what day it was going to be, and she said, "Oh, I feel sick," and then locked herself in the bedroom and turned the lights off. That's mean, man.
Yeah, I mean, she could have said no,
right?
I don't know.
Let's be honest and say, "Hey, look, I don't want to be in a relationship anymore." I feel bad for the dude. He's probably like all excited.
He was geeked.
He's like, "Hey, I got this ring for my girl." All right. Well, ending up on a low note.
Oh, that's where you're ending?
I think so.
Trapped in the bathroom?
Trapped in the bathroom.
Oh, my God. Come on, Ramon. Give me something else.
Let's see. What is this?
We've done this before where you thought you didn't have anything else. Come on now.
Yeah, let me see.
Come on,
7
Ramon.
years.
Give me something, Ramon.
Let me see. I got.
Don't do this to me.
Oh, okay. Well, so, hey, sometimes you're sitting in the backyard and an eagle passes by and drops off a package. This happens to a lady in Australia. She was sitting in her backyard and the eagle dropped something. And when she went up to it, it was a little small puppy. And she's like, oh. So she rescued the puppy, brought it back to health. And turns out it was not a puppy. It was a dingo. The dingo ate my baby.
Yeah. Is that like a kangaroo?
No, it's like a dog, but it's like a wolf type of dog, I think. And it's like, I guess it eats babies for some reason. But it turns out it wasn't a puppy; it was a dingo, and she basically turned it into the Dingo Foundation, the Australian Dingo Foundation.
That's interesting. Like, so the bird is like flying over with it.
Right.
Yeah. So I guess in a sense, the dingo dangled. Well, I'll try. That's your damn story. All
right. Well, that's it. I got. Let's see. Revenge on my neighbor. Here we go. Revenge on my neighbor. A neighbor is getting upset because the leaves fall. The fall season's come and the leaves fall off the trees. Mm-hmm. So a neighbor kept taking the leaves and dumping them over to his yard. And so he's getting pissed. He told him, "Hey, can you please stop dumping your leaves in my yard?" And neighbor said, "Whatever, but kept on dumping leaves in. So he decided to get a bunch of friends, and they bought some weed, those weed blowers. What do you call those things? Leaf blowers. Yeah. So they bought a bunch of leaf blowers. And when the neighbor was dumping the leaves, they turned on all the weed blowers and started blowing the leaves back into his yard. And he was trying to compete against their leaf blowers, pointing leaves back in the yard. So there you go.
Yeah, well, it wasn't ready for that blowback.
Oh!
There's something, I guess.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I probably should have ended there in one of the other stories.
Well, it was my fault. I was forcing you.
Yeah. No, I mean, I should have left one of the good stories for the end. But you live and learn.
It reminds me of the approach you took to the stand-up.
Yeah. You said, I wrote that trash. I should have left the parrot one for the end. That was a good one.
Yeah, we did run with that one. Oh, my God. Okay. Well, on that note, let me hear you go.
Hey, Zone.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for my part of the news. Now, this is very hard-hitting news, very provocative news, very critically disclaimed news. And I don't go to any news sites now. I don't go to MSNBC. I don't go to CNN. I don't go to ABC, D, E, F, G. I go to one place and one place only, and that's WorldStarHipHop.com. WorldStar. Let's get into it. I just really hit my finger.
On the desk?
No, on my hand. I actually hurt this finger this summer.
Oh, man.
Oh, my God. That's crazy. Wow, perfectly that landed. That must mean something good is going to happen soon. All right. Let's keep it going, man. Let's get it started at least. New footage of actor Jonathan Majors has surfaced of him, and it's showing the Marvel actor running for dear life away from this bony white woman who has claimed that he attacked her. That didn't look like that. In fact, it shows that Jonathan Majors understands that between men and women, things can get rocky. And when that happens, nonviolence is the best creed.
Ah.
Okay. Now, before his actual trial,
right,
they were like, Hollywood was taking stuff away from him before the evidence even came out.
Right.
All right, they didn't care. All right, they treated that man's career like Ivan Drago. If he dies, he dies. Yo, Adrian, he didn't do it. That's crazy how innocent he is.
Man.
There's so much footage.
That is what sucks is that I mean, I get it, and some people you gotta like stand up and be like, all right, we can't be like, oh, maybe, like before,
of course,
right? But I think like everybody's taking advantage of it now. That immediately like, oh, hang him, he touched my boob, hang him.
But the crazy thing, it was literally one person's word against the other, and we're coming fresh off of this Depp and Amber Heard thing. It's just so crazy.
And then they like, oh no, and I think it's crazy. Like I feel bad for the guy.
I do too.
And then the thing is like, everybody should be like, okay, well let's not drop in. Let's not get hasty here. Let's find out what's going on first, and then.
Let's look at the evidence.
Let's look at the evidence first.
Try that out.
Like what happened to innocent until declared guilty?
No, not.
It's like no, hang him.
Oh, not no more, Billy.
Not no more, Billy. Hang him, Billy.
Hang him, Billy. All right, moving right along. Rapper Blueface goes on live to tell us black kings that women can take everything away from you, but they can't take away your winga. My words, winga. In fact, in hand, you should keep your schlong. My words as well. Now, Orlando Brown has responded to this. Okay, because, Blueface is talking about, hey, man, don't even worry about having sex. Just beat off. And Orlando Brown agreed with him. He goes as far as to sing to Blueface MJ's classic song, You Are Not Alone. Now, me personally, I am down for free speech, even when it comes to jacking off. But there's no need to Michael Jackson. Living off the balls.
I just got it. Michael Jackson.
Yeah, you know what?
Oh, man.
Them boys talking about beating off till they blue in the face.
Beat her! Beat her!
Do your dance, Ramon.
And he's doing the dance, too. He's beating it. Stop it.
Oh, my God. And he's even making noises.
Come on.
Moving right along. A woman in an interview says that a man needs to make $1,000 a day in order to be with her.
$1,000
a day
is
what you need to be able to have, Ramon.
Man, okay. I'd rather beat it.
That's why these.
My man.
That's why these stories are so close together. So the woman says you need to make $1,000 a day, okay, in order to be with her. Okay, I did not realize how loud that was. So you need $1,000 a day in order to be with her, and she will provide happiness and peace.
Now she's gonna leave you alone. You give her $1,000 for her to leave the house.
Oh my God. Hey, look, man. I am all for me personally. I love the poontang pie. Give me a good old slice, okay? But for $1,000 a day, she can keep her peace. Oh my God, that's what I call a Betty Crock.
Betty Crock.
Closing out, documented idiocy. A black man is questioned about his seats at an NBA game, okay, because those tickets were too expensive for his black ass to be sitting over there. Now, it's clearly a case of racism. They're just looking at the black guy, talking about his black ass. But interestingly enough, he showed them the tickets, and it turns out they were legit. He belonged there. And I felt bad because this particular NBA franchise is doing pretty good. It's the Denver, the people in Denver. It's Denver's franchise. They're doing great. But unfortunately, their customer service is in the toilets. So it's appropriate that their staff works for the Nuggets. Hey, yo, HR, y'all should definitely, even though it's not poker, have a flush. Now that'll do it for me, and that'll do it for the news. A little news segment we like to call
You May Have.
Because you may have heard it and you may have not. Coming up later, we'll hit y'all off with the How Come I Hook Up with exclusive essential workers giving us our essential needs. But before all of that, we're going to hit y'all asses off with some of this music. Ramon, hit them off with the internet crowd.
If you want to find us on Facebook, we're under Bad Waves Remix. You can find us on Instagram under Bad Waves Comedy. You can watch us live on YouTube right now under Bad Waves Radio. Or you can dial in and chat with us at 312-985-7834. Once again, 312-985-7834. Hey, have you ever had your pushed in?
Talk some shiz, Nathaniel, with the bastards. You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. Once again, we are going to break your law.
This is Frank Joshua, and you.
Let's get it.
I been on edge, so my shorty took the top off. Blunted with Garcia when we rolling on the Rasta. Friends turn to fans, I don't see him never clock out. I don't see off cool, man, I should have dropped out. Mama on there said I gotta chop the mop off. Told her it's my brand, I do up with all these knockoffs. Friends turn to fans, I don't see him, they fuck off. Hanging by a thread in a tie that I can't cut off. Can't do it independent, I told me you gotta pop off. Era section 80, know this shit about to take off. If we sleeping, then I see you when you wake up. All aboard the flight, DKB the destination. If he come with chata, bombo clat, he test my patience. Coming from the ghetto Africa, just like I'm Aircan. She wanna throw Isufi, I'm intrigued, but I won't taste them. Baby by my side, believing boy, no she no pagan. Come from gully streets of no second, they gon' take up. Bloody early digging, this is evil like a place. Tell my sisters close when I notice how they gaze them. So I change the face, come up crazy, I been on edge, so my shorty took the top off. Blunted with Garcia when we rolling on the Rasta. Friends turn to fans, I don't see him never clock out. I don't man, I should have dropped out. Mama on there said I gotta chop the mop off. Told her it's my brand, I can all do up for these knockoffs. Friends turn to fans, I don't see him, they fuck off. Hanging by a thread in a tie that I can't cut off.
This is Frank Joshua, and you are listening to Bad Waves Radio on Q4.org. These people are going to play you my new single. They probably stole it, but I don't care anymore. They're funny, and we love them. Sense Life. See what's really out there. Sense Life. See what's really out there. I'm not a man, I thought, to be messed with. I thought I wasn't dumb. Whatever it is, I can't take it all. Just hit me where it hurts and you'll see. Sense Life. See what's really out there. Sense Life. See what's really out there. Someone once asked me, do you want to feel? Sense Life. See what's really out there. Sense Life. See what's really out there. Sense Life. See what's really out there. Then love hit me. Hit me where it hurt. Poison bring you back to life. How can the blind have sight? Is this what love is?
can the wise be weak when the rich are so strong? And how can this make me carry on when I try to taste what I can't taste, ooh, feel what I can't feel, and hear what can't be heard? Banish this feeling from my heart, ooh, make this start a fresh one. Won't someone hear me? I can't feel it anymore. No, I'm not strange to this. Yes, I've been here before, but I can't see beyond these eyes. No, I can't avert my gaze. No, I'm crying in the night, screaming, screaming to be heard, screaming to be heard.
What's up, fam? It's your girl Crystal Poppin', and I'm here chillin' with the bastards at Bad Waves on Q4.org.
Yeah, Poppin'. Yeah.
Little time, tell me, Timmy tie. It's like Timmy cop, chop it chop. Call me Dragon Ball, call me hard. On the streets, you don't roll with me. You can't keep it hood. Listen up, popping in the cut. Bitch, I'm feeling good. Little time, tell me, Timmy tie. It's like Timmy cop, chop it chop. Call me Dragon Ball, call me hard. On the streets, you don't roll with me. You can't keep it hood. Listen up, popping in the cut. Bitch, I'm feeling good. Fear none, I talk they razor eye. Hola, hola, hi. Copy time, bitch, I see you spy. Never ever I step aside. Bitch, I'm ride or die. There's a daisy life, butterfly. Flow is sting your eye. Poppin' Ali eye. Left from on the fly. Leave them hot and dry. Master of surprise. Trigger in disguise. I'm the fire in the sky. Better go inside. Fall in love. I don't blame you, son, but we is not involved. Little time, tell me, Timmy tie. It's like Timmy cop, chop it chop. Call me Dragon Ball, call me hard. On the streets, you don't roll with me. You can't keep it hood. Listen up, popping in the cut. Bitch, I'm feeling good. Little time, tell me, Timmy tie. It's like Timmy cop, chop it chop. Call me Dragon Ball, call me hard. On the streets, you don't roll with me. You can't keep it hood. Listen up, popping in the cut. Bitch, I'm feeling good. Walk the line, Johnny cash accounts. Mattress, stash it out. Hide it wise, mama coming by. Lose your piece of pie. Take what's mine. Never had the guy. Thank God I survived. Section C, presidential D. Now what 2 + 3? Tell me really what y'all here fucking with me. Better make a hit with pen in hand alone in the streets. Take some time, hit rewind 3 lines, back bell to your knees. Crystal popping, trigger throbbing, got no in between. Little time, tell me, Timmy tie. It's like Timmy cop, chop it chop. Call me Dragon Ball, call me hard. On the streets, you don't roll with me. You can't keep it hood. Listen up, popping in the cut. Bitch, I'm feeling good. Little time, tell me, Timmy tie. It's like Timmy cop, chop it chop. Call me Dragon Ball, call me hard. On the streets, you don't roll with me. You can't keep it hood. Listen up, popping in the cut. Bitch, I'm feeling good.
Pop, pop, we dropping bodies. It's a stick up, your punk ass. Boom! Before we stick your punk ass up. Ramon, gotta tell you what you just heard.
All right, we started off that nice little block with was it Mo? On Edge.
Yeah.
Mo on Edge. or Moon on Moon Edge. Mo on Edge. Then we went into Frank Joshua Sense Live, the John Kennedy remix.
Nice.
Sense Live. Sense Live.
See what's really out there.
See what's really out there. See, we did a little bit right there. See, Frank?
Yeah, see, we didn't have to chop your stuff up.
We didn't chop it up.
No, we ain't do you as bad as we did Bass Race. Just recently watched that. Oh my God. Oh man, that was some serious cutlery.
Hey.
All right, keep going.
All right. We went into Crystal Poppin'. Timita.
The first Crystal Poppin' we've ever played of hers was Timita. And I had one of my students, I let him hear Timita, and he just loved it.
Yeah.
He loved it. Matter of fact, I just realized that you like Crystal Poppin'. You said you was going to send something autographed because he wanted her autograph. And she said she would do it. And this is way back.
She still ain't sent it.
Still ain't sent it.
Crystal?
But that, although I love that she does this bit where she like drops her voice to a lower octave, and I love that she linked into it, like I think on the next album or the next few songs or whatever. But when she's like, drop down to your knee, tell me y'all what trick really messing with me.
And you're like, okay.
All right, let's keep this thing going. It is time for the Hakaman Hookup, where we salute essential workers, giving us our essential needs.
I put people on, understand? Streets was happy. Everybody could eat.
Now these shout outs and salutes aren't just for the racist who have names that can be equated to tiny pieces of doo-doo. Who are they for?
Now, these shout outs and salutes ain't just for those parrot owners who have to wash their lowriders and take care of their cholas.
Who? Word to Gary Oldman, honorable mention to Wood Harris. And with today's Hakiman hookup or salute, it is our very own comedic parrot. I was going to say chola. Our very own comedic essay.
Hey, go out and wash my lowrider.
And that is Ramon the Savage Slayer Smith, a.k.a. Don't Stop Moaning. Come on, Moaning. I said no. Hit him off.
All right. You want to make $15.80 to $20 an hour part-time?
Okay.
A day shift?
Okay.
You got about 15 to 29 hours per week. Well, Sun Life Organics is looking for a juice barista in a new store in Westtown area, Milwaukee and Hubbard on Union. That makes no sense. Milwaukee and Hubbard and Union. All right. Well, yes, you'll be a juice barista, and I'm guessing that is making juice. 15 to 29 hours a week. You get a 401k. 4K matching, flexible schedule, free juice. I just made that.
Okay, yeah. Why wouldn't you?
Yeah, right. Free juice, and then what are the perks? $13.95 shift meal every shift. Oh, so you get $13.95 shift meal every day that you work. Menu taste testing, team bonding events. A fun work and a environment and a flexible schedule. What do you do though? It doesn't even say.
You're a juice barista. What do you think that? It's like you said, probably making.
Just
juice.
making juice. Okay. Well, yeah. So, okay. Here you go. What will you be doing? Crafting delicious and lovely products. Interacting with guests and learning about supplements and what makes Sun Life special. So there you go. Base wage $15.80 plus tips $4.20 on average $20 per hour. Oh, so they're basing on the fact that if you get a $4.20 tip, that you will be making $20 an hour. So they're not even paying you $20 an hour.
So you have to get at least $4.
Yeah.
Every hour.
Every hour to make. I guess you probably could.
You could.
You could. I mean, a juice bar.
I don't guarantee that.
I mean, in a bar is hard enough. A juice bar?
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to tip you in a juice bar? No, I should. You said it earlier. It's like, he'll be talking crap about the place that he's trying to get a job to. Sorry, Sun Life Organics. I'll go by there and try them out. How about that?
They don't want your ass over there.
They'll be like, man, get the hell out of my store.
God.
He's here. They pull out a bat from the back of the thing. You don't have no business here.
Yeah, make juice out of you.
Right?
Oh, my God.
Oh, man. So, yep. So, if you're looking for a part-time, 33 North Green Street, Chicago. This is a different store. So, I guess they're opening up a new store in West Town. But the original store is in 33 North Green Street. Sun Life Organics. You're looking for a position as a juice barista. So, there you go. Oh, Indeed.com. I'm sorry. Where do you go? Indeed you do.
That'll do it for the Akabon Hookup. When we salute essential workers giving us our essential needs.
Oh, man.
I put people on, understand? Streets was happy. Everybody could eat.
Now, these shout-outs and salutes aren't just for the people who want to get paid money to squeeze it until it's popped all the juices. Who are they for?
These shout-outs and salutes aren't just for those people who want to get paid by juicing.
You got the juice now, man.
You got the juice now, man.
Who is it for? Word to Gary Oldman. I'm going to mention to Wood Harris. When we come back, we're going to squeeze out the ins and outs. Relationship advice. When we crack open the novel of one of our love lives and realize that the juice is worth the squeeze.
The juice is loose.
But before all of that, we're going to burst some stars and get the juice out of this music. Ramon, tell them the internet crapola.
Hey, if you want to sauce and juice it up, that's on Facebook. You can go under Bad Waves Remix. You can go on Instagram under Bad Waves Comedy. You can watch us live on YouTube right now under Bad Waves Radio, or you can juice it up by calling us 312-985-7834. Once again, 312-985-7834.
Talk some shiz, Nathaniel, with the Bastards. You are listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4 Radio. That's Q4.org. Once again, we are going to get the breaky up.
I want to find my wild side.
No, not you. I don't believe it. You got one?
Yes, I do.
Just slide off of the DMs, girl. Here we go again, baby. Needing that attention, so she posing for the gram. Fashion over partner, baby. Work it, work it. She getting bags, OnlyFans for purses. Red bottoms on her feet, logo written in cursive. Fast to get dough, yeah, she move with a purpose. I'm digging that she won't. The length and the girth is. That's easy up, I'm Jada kissing her verses. This is crazy, baby. We live in this life. She don't really need a man unless he offing it right. That's why the phone ring before Saturday night. Mr. Friday Night plumber stay working those pipes. Now get it on, baby, girl. You already know, yeah. Now let's get it on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah. It's Friday night, yeah. Friday night love. A grown man working overtime, stacking them bills. Her bunny box plays tricks. I'm a General Mills, silly rabbit. Yeah, she working for singles. Lucky Charms, the pot of gold at the end of that rainbow. Yeah, she got it, she know it. She magically delicious when she drop it. I'm open, I love it when she kisses. That neck is my bottle. Go ahead and make your wishes when she rub it. This rocket, this finna get explicit. Now it's blast off, and I'm down for the count. See you mañana, baby girl. You know you tired me out. The next time we fit up and hit me up on the DM. So you could come through and just hop on this deep end. Yeah, again. Yeah. Now let's get it on, baby. Come on, baby. Yeah. It's Friday night, yeah. Friday night love, baby.
You'll not be hearing from me again because I believe you're engaged in activities that are not to my benefit. Probably not to yours either. Take care.
And the girls in the back, at it, at it. You're tuned into Bad Waves Radio, and this is your girl, Sonia Kilo.
When you look at me, I can see it clear this time, 'cause you're all I need, and I'm catching feelings all night, and I'm hating myself, and I'm hating myself, and I'm hating myself, 'cause I don't know where to go from here. You're like a good kind of bad. I'm not mad though. Like the way you be in my dreams though. Gotta play to win. It's a sin. The way you gotta lie to break me in. So come on over here, let me put this in your ear. See, I'm a little shy and I'm no good with goodbyes. The way I'm feeling you seems too good to be true, or it's in my head. When you look at me, I can see it clear this time, 'cause you're all I need, and I'm catching feelings all night, and I'm hating myself, and I'm hating myself, and I'm hating myself, 'cause I don't know where to go from here. What if we don't like it and it ends before it started? You loved a lot of hearts, ever loved a broken hearted. You know the ones that can't let go. Let go. So come on over here, let me put this in your ear. See, I'm a little shy and I'm no good with goodbyes. The way I'm feeling you seems too good to be true, or it's in my head. When you look at me, I can see it clear this time, 'cause you're all I need, and I'm catching feelings all night, and I'm hating myself, and I'm hating myself, and I'm hating myself, 'cause I don't know where to go from here.
You're listening to Bastards All Day. Bad Waves on 1680 AM. Q4.org. Beloved gang.
La música de Harry Fraud.
If you ain't up on things, it's G mobbing in the slang and beloveds the gang. And before we move any further, we got to tell you what you just heard. We kicked that off, or at least our romance section of the playlist, off with DJ Manifest Friday Night Lover, featuring Dex Darwin. Shout out to DJ Manifest. DJ Manifest is somebody who works with Anthony Danza, who's done work with Anthony Danza.
Oh, nice.
And Anthony Danza and I were just messaging recently the other day, and I was like, yeah, bro, you done put me on to some of these artists that, you do stuff with. I'm like trying to play their music and blah, 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 XYZ. And he was just like, yeah, man, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to spread that love, get it cracking before I'm out of here. So shout out to Anthony Danza, just a random side shout out to him for putting me on to people like DJ Manifest, as well as Sally Green. Ramon?
We followed that with Sonia Kilo, Feelings on 9.
That's literally one of my favorite Sonia Kilo songs. When that dropped, I was myself, and I'm hating myself. So I don't know where to go from here. Words I can't let go. So can I never hear? Let me put this in your ear. All right, I'm sorry. I couldn't help it. And I know. And I mean, I really wanted us to stay on time, but unfortunately, we took a detour at
Le Butcher.
Sing, 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 sing. Sonia Kilo, it's been too long for us to not slicey, dicey, and put a little spicy on one of your songs.
We take the carne asada and we cut it up with a little bit of cilantro.
Put some onion in it.
Onions. And we get a flat tortilla and we chop it and eat it.
Your choice of rojo or verde for better dipping at Le Butcher. Sing, 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 sing. All right. Again, shout out to Laura Bennett for being a good sport about what we did to her beautiful song, Chasing the Sun. All right, this is the part where we field questions from the chat. Sean Chantel is a friend of the family, and he normally has something going on in the chat, but interestingly enough, he has nothing in there today. I'm not surprised. But, Ramon, we also get questions from the Turtle Club. Do we have some today, Daddy?
Yeah, so we have one. It was a long one, and I kind of try to bring it down a little bit to much as possible. Hey, try to slim it down.
Pause.
Pause.
No, that's not even a pause.
So
let's see what you got.
What happened was this young lady decided to move in with her boyfriend, and once they moved in, she discovered that he wasn't the man that she thought he was, and he doesn't clean or help her with any of the chores. Mooches off of her, ask her for money.
Yep, it's a clear
and when she doesn't, sometimes when she said she wasn't gonna give him any money, he basically kind of like held it against her, like, oh, you don't want to help me out. But he gets paid. He has a job also, but what he does is he
works at a juice bar. And
he doesn't make $4.20 every hour, so he's stuck at that $13.50. He basically gets his check and spends it right away, and so then he doesn't have any money, and he comes to her asking for money, and so she's getting upset. So she's wondering, how does she get out of this situation?
I mean, what do you mean?
Like, she's thinking about leaving, but the place that they got, the lease is in her name. So basically, she's got a kind of like a loser of a dude. She probably didn't know it at first, and then they moved in together, and now she's seeing everything. So she's wondering, how do I get out of this? It's not a Sean Chantel question, but
No, it's not. I mean, it's fine. I guess we can't spend 20 minutes on some. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. But some paradox of relationships.
Yeah.
Some way to shove in a relationship into a box of conundrums that somehow can unexplicatively have nothing to do with a relationship. No, that's that. But no, okay. So I already got it. I already know what she can do. I know about this type of stuff.
Right.
And I'm not saying that like you or I are experts at any.
No, we're not experts.
No. But we've definitely between you and I, there's been some very interesting history as far as dating goes. So we've seen a lot.
Yeah.
What I would do, because this isn't a breakup situation. You can't just say, "Oh, let's break up," because he'll probably be like, "Oh,
right,
yeah.
But I love you.
You love living rent free,
right?
No, so what she's gonna have to do is she's gonna have to cheat.
Huh?
Yep, she's gonna cheat, and she's gonna have to not care about how she's cheating either. She's gonna have to act like she's not in a relationship.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's. I mean, even as far as like, of course, like going on dates and, whatever, what have you. Open that Tinder on up.
Mhm.
Open that Bumble up. Get those swipes. They're gonna swipe.
Yeah.
And hang out with some dudes, see who you like. Again, act like you dating for real.
Yeah.
And if he can't, like, if he doesn't get the hint of the fact that you're like, oh, she's like, oh, what are you doing? Oh, I'm just hanging out with some friends.
Right.
Whatever, what have you. And she has to push him to the edge to want to leave because it's not his crib.
Right. He don't care.
Right. He's not like he's losing anything.
Right.
I mean, aside from a home to live in rent free and somebody to mooch off of.
Yeah.
But like, he's not going to probably want to just sit there and just be like, oh, okay. I guess we can have an open relationship.
Right. He probably would. He'd be like, all right.
But, I mean, granted, of course, you could just go to him and tell him this isn't working and see how that works. And if that doesn't work, just start your process of dating outside of that relationship.
Yeah. I think if you don't want to cheat, then you can pretend, do the same thing. Like, just disappear.
Yeah. Yeah, just disappear.
Yeah, and be like, oh, I was out. Where were you? I never mind. I was just out. I was just hanging out, I'm going to bed.
Also take no sex.
Yeah, cut that off too.
Oh my God.
And then he'll start getting the idea.
Man, cutting off sex is like for like a person who likes sex, there could be nothing wrong. You could just not want to do it that night, and I swear, I'll be sitting in the back of my mind like, what have I done? Am I?
Right. Oh no.
I'm not doing good enough. I don't necessarily.
Are you seeing someone?
I don't necessarily directly jump to that.
Right.
I'm always just like, well, I could be nicer. It's probably I'm not understanding enough. That's pretty much that. I can be short. Just thinking to myself all type of stuff that it could be. I don't necessarily jump to cheating, but I'm always like, I can be better. I can be better. When in actuality, she just worked a double.
Right.
At the juice bar. Like
I just worked a double at the juice bar, and I didn't make $4.20.
Right.
And I'm premenstruating.
Like, all type of stuff. All type of stuff that could be that has nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
And I will instantly think it's my fault.
Oh.
That I've done something wrong and I could be better. So like you could do that to him.
Yeah.
You could even start with that.
Yeah. I think I think that you have that option, like that route. Start treating them like like isolating them, or like start leaving, and then or you can just. I would like, or you can you can let the lease go out and not say anything. But then depending how long the lease is.
Yeah, right.
Like let the lease go out and then be like, deuces, I'm moving out.
Yeah, see, I heard that.
The lease is in her name, right? Or cancel. Hey, I'm canceling the lease.
I mean, yeah,
but I guess like the way you're explaining it, it's kind of like it's a good way, because it's like you don't have to do anything.
Yeah, you do not have to do anything.
So let him like do all, let him like start thinking and be like, oh, and then go crazy, be like, I'm out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's that simple. Yeah. Well, that answers your question.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. How do you typically handle conflict? What informs your approach in a relationship?
I think we've had this one before.
Right.
Something similar.
Similar.
How do you handle it? Well, I mean, I've seen how you handle it, but how do you? Can you tell them?
Yeah. So depending on what the conflict is, and I guess that's what it means. What informs your approach would be like depending on what it is.
Mm-hmm.
If it's something that I feel like is silly,
mm-hmm.
and it doesn't make sense, then I'll just like, it takes two to tango, so I'm out.
What you mean?
It takes two people to fight, to argue,
yeah.
or be in a conflict. And if I think it's something stupid, then like you see me, like I go, all right, oh yeah, well then never mind.
Yeah.
And then it's over, and then because I'm not mentioning, I'm not saying who, but in any relationships I've been in, same thing, because because I think when in relationships, I think people expect like I've never understood why would you argue in a relationship. And I get it. Some things don't go certain ways, and we are selfish in our relationships. Or we're people, and sometimes we're selfish, and we do things, and then people expect certain things that without even speaking those things from you.
Yeah.
And so when those things occur, it's like, well, and I shut it down. It's like, oh, wait, you don't want to argue? Wait, you don't want to like take it to the next level of doing this and doing that?
That's very true. That's very true, because I have definitely been one who's been like, okay, it's time to argue.
Right.
And that person been like, man, you know what? You're right. I didn't even think about it like that. And when I don't have anything to say, I don't say anything. All right, well, what you want to do? Like I just
Yeah.
So you're right. When you don't feed into it.
Right.
Very true.
Yeah, but I've and then sometimes I've had approached it the wrong way, like I'll start arguing back and and then it becomes like a chaos, and then you don't get nothing out of it, and then you gotta like sit there and apologize afterwards and stupid stuff.
I've definitely been one who hasn't said anything, and then like when something random happens, I've definitely been like, you know what? You've been doing this. You've been doing that.
Oh, yeah.
So like that's the last way to do it.
Yeah.
I think the way you should approach a thing is almost like a business negotiation. Like you're not gonna go into a business negotiation screaming, hollering, and name calling.
Right.
You know what I mean? So like you can go in, you can just be like, hey, I feel like you spent too much time playing video games at Larry's house.
Yeah.
Is it possible that you could? Just like a negotiation,
Yeah.
it's possible that you could spend less time playing video games at Larry's house.
Right.
As opposed to going to him and being like, you hang out with your loosey friend Larry more than you hang out with me. You know what I mean? No, approach it like an amicable business relationship where where things can't get misconstrued with emotion or ad hominems, none of that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Just go in there just like a business deal and state the
things.
And
then you have to like, I think when you go in, you have to like, what do you want out of that?
Right.
So I think if you figure out what do you want out of that, then your approach is going to be different. Like, do you want us to be upset at each other for the next couple of days, or do you want to resolve the situation? And exactly like you said, go in like a business. Like, all right, look, hey, last night you said something that hurt my feelings, and you know what? I'm not gonna get upset about it, but I just want you to know that hurt my feelings, and maybe you didn't mean it, or and then the other person can be like, oh, right, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it, I didn't mean to say it that way, because sometimes I say stuff and I don't mean it that way.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And it comes out a certain way, and they're like, what? And then we gotta go down this whole road, and so but if I think if the person would say, what did you mean by that? Then it gave me the opportunity to say, oh, no, this is what I meant. I didn't mean that you've gained weight. No, I was kidding.
Okay, USA.
No, I was kidding. But yeah, so I think one of the important things is, what do you want to get out of that approach of the conflict when you approach that conflict? So.
Yeah, is there, okay, yeah. I like that.
Yeah. And then, let's see, in a relationship, what is the most challenging part of your relationship? Or I guess you could say, what has been one of the most challenging things in the relationship that you've been in?
Like in any relationship that I've been in, like what's?
Yeah, I guess it would be like a serious relationship.
Okay.
So what's the challenge?
And again, me personally, I like to answer last, but that's normally when Sean's asking questions. Because I like to get him. I'm not gonna lie, I like to get him. I like to just like, didn't think someone would figure it out, did ya? But these questions are relatively decent. I can just say, and also you've been in a long relationship, so you go last. You go last. One of the most challenging things I've ever had in a relationship is juggling. It is so funny. We talk about Larry and stuff at the video games, juggling friends and the relationship. Because somebody, a lot of times people want you to take them more seriously than the people that you've been hanging out with for 1,000 years.
Yeah.
And so that's hard for certain people. Like for me, at that time, that was difficult.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because we were all really tight back then. You know, we were running thick.
Yeah.
You know, and over the years it just got, you know, until Roan Dog showed up and ruined everything. But we were running pretty thick. So like trying to balance your friends and your romance life.
Yeah.
Has always, well, not has always been, but was one of the things.
Challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm going to say that in past relationships, it's always been insecurity on the other side.
You know, I mean, you are a playboy.
But it's always like been, you know, like insecurities on the other side, and then those insecurities create conflicts, and then I feel like, oh man, like, you know what I mean? Like if I'm here, like, why even like thinking these other things? Like, why? Like, I can be anywhere I want. You know, right? Like, I can be anywhere. Or with anyone.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm with you right now. And then why are you you reacting like this? I think that's a challenge. And I had to like put in a lot of work to convince him that I wasn't gonna do anything or gonna, like, you know, and then it never stopped. And so I found that like always challenging, and probably more than 3 relationships I've been in have been like that. Like that's the case. You know, they're like, oh, why are you looking at, you know, or what's, you know, and then it's like, what? Like, I'm not even thinking that, or that's not even crossed my mind, you know. And then it's like, but I know it's their insecurity, you know. So I have to like, but I feel like you shouldn't have to like bend over backwards to address that insecurity, you know, to make them feel like that's something that you have to deal with. Like, even if our relationship didn't work, you go into another relationship, you're gonna have the same insecurities, no matter who you with. So if you don't deal with them, then you're not gonna, like, it's gonna be always the same. But in like long-term relationships, like now, you know, married, I think one of the challenging things is selfishness, like not being selfish, you know, and accepting certain things and be like, okay, well, this is the way it's gonna be, but it's not a bad thing, but it's like letting go of, like, oh, mine, this is mine, you know, this is, and now, you know, so letting go of, okay, well, maybe let's compromise, you know, being less selfish and being more compromised more with stuff. I think that's a challenge, you know, in like a long-term relationship, because it's an ongoing thing. Like, it comes back again. You know, you think you got rid of it, but then stuff you don't want to do, and then you're like, all right, that's, you know,
right.
Because then they're like, well, you know, and he's like, all right, put on a stupid dress. Let's go to a restaurant.
Put on the stupid dress.
No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I think that's like, as human beings, we are selfish, you know. But I think like my selfish is just like, but then I have to like be like, okay, I'm not in this alone.
Yeah, insecurity though is a good one, because like sometimes not necessarily always like, who you with or who you messing with. Because I've had women sometimes with makeup or getting dressed.
Yeah.
Oh, you look this way, so I gotta look. And so like it'll take 1,000 years to get ready.
Yeah. Because
somebody trying to, I guess, one up or match.
Right.
And it's like, to you, in your mind as the dude, you're like, wait, you're gorgeous. This is
right.
why I
Right.
want you.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you get tunnel vision like I do, but when I'm like dating somebody, unless they doing some craziness, it's tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You're all I want. You know what I mean? Like, and so sometimes I've had that happen where that insecurity has been like, can you hurry up? Can you? And somebody has flat out told me, well, what, you get to look all good, so I can't look good with you. We can't look good together.
But you know what's crazy is
like, but you look.
Yeah, you look good. Like,
you look better than me. What are you talking about?
It's funny that you say that, because
with crust in your eyes and look better.
They do take a long time getting ready. And then you'll say something, you say the wrong thing, and then the whole night's done. It's like you wasted 2 hours getting ready, and you're gonna shut it down right now? Like, no, let's go out. You guys,
we were going to a movie one time that it's like a documentary, and my dad had an appearance in it. It was like a special night.
Yeah.
At the Ebert Theater, and as she was getting ready, I was like, "Yo, sweetheart, we're gonna be late. Yo, sweetheart, we're gonna be late." And I have to be there.
Yeah.
So one of my dad's friends was like, "Yo, come out, man. Come out. It's gonna be dope. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Got 2 tickets for you and your girl." And I'm just like, "Oh, I don't want to look. It's my father.
Right,
You know,
right.
My deceased father. I don't want to look like a fool." And so at one point I did say something, and I can't remember what it was, but it was like to the effect of, "Can you hurry it up?" or "Why are you doing all this crap?" It's not as, and you remember the girl I was seeing. I mean,
yeah.
She put a paper bag over
that
that
still
woman.
looked good.
Yeah, like it took nothing. And so I said something to the effect, and she was like, "Well, if that's what you want, then maybe you can go be with the bag lady," or something like that. And this whole argument was about to happen. This whole argument over like this one comment.
Right.
And it was just like you said, it was about to all get shut down.
Yeah.
Because I was going to go by myself. And I know when I came home, there wasn't going to be nothing nice waiting.
Yeah.
So like as a dude, especially if you're a guy dating a young lady that looks like something.
Right.
And she wants to look like something more on the night you're going out.
Right.
Keep your comments to a minimum, daddy.
Yeah, let's shut
to
up.
A Mindy project.
Yeah. I think the best thing you can do is probably like lie on the hour you got to be there.
No.
Like-
oh my God,
like-
I have done that.
Really?
I have done that.
Like it starts at 8, and then she starts getting ready, and it's like starts at 9.
I have done that. And do you know what happened when I did that?
She still took long.
We still ended up being late. I remember telling her, she was like, and at one point I was like, should I tell her the reservation time? Should I tell her the reservation time? She take it fast, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I'm so sorry. And I felt bad because she felt bad. And I was like, dang, man, I feel bad because I'm lying. And,
Right.
And then finally I was just like, hey, baby, you know what, baby, just slow down. I knew you were going to do this. That's why I made the reservation for an hour later. And she was like, oh, that's great. And then what happened? We ended up showing up an hour later.
Oh, man. That sucks.
And it was for like a thing.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, they don't, I'm not saying they because I'm not accusing them, but.
People were looking at me like, Warren.
Right. But they don't care, though. I don't think they care.
You know, like you and I, I'm not saying we're special or nothing, but we know some people.
Yeah.
And so when people that you know like that make arrangements for you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You try your very best not to look like Boo Boo the Fool. You don't want to be Boo Boo the Fool.
Right.
You want to show up with the person that you care about that look like something. You look like something. You want to show up on time. All the important people are like, they're here, hooray!
Right.
Instead of, it's about damn time y'all get.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? No,
Like,
you shouldn't have invited your black ass.
You know this is over in a half hour. You know we started 2 hours ago.
All right.
And you're like, oh, well.
Warren, we knew you wasn't going to mess this up. Like, I just,
But you look good, though. Is that what you're looking for? Yeah.
oh, my God. All right, man. Let's keep this. I guess that'll do it for the This broadcast, man. I'll do it for the ins and outs, relationship advice, where we crack open a novel of one of our love lives and realize that if you are dating someone that looks like something, man or woman, shut up when they're getting ready.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to go into these final thoughts and outros and try to get out of here relatively close to
Yeah,
on
I got
time.
an appointment, too.
Yeah, I bet you do. You better show up.
You better show up on time.
Oh, really?
I'm always late. you already know. I don't know why.
Ramon, is there anything you want to plug there?
I actually have what do I have? I have nothing to plug. I won't be anywhere this weekend. Actually, shout out to the Turtle Club. We have our annual grab bag get together. So we usually get together every year and do a little grab bag between each other. Pause.
Okay.
And so, yeah, it's going to be this weekend. And then my Aguijón Theater, shout out to them also. Their holiday party will be this weekend. So, I mean, it's nothing the public can go to, but I don't have anything to go, so I just boast about what I'm going to do on the weekend. Not that anybody cares.
All right. Buy my book. At phoenixtown.com. The website is phynixtown.com. Or just look at the book is called Bound by Loyalty, or just look at stupid pictures or whatever, videos. Have a good time. Have a good time. Shout out to the Fleets group for keeping that together. They even send me some stuff so I can put my fitness blog up there, which I have not followed up
Haven't
with.
started yet?
No, I mean, I have all the entries. This is from like the old media. This is from the Mediatainment website.
Yeah.
It used to be on Mediatainment.
Oh, okay.
And then they took it down. And now I could take it and just put it on my own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so shout out to anybody, because people actually used to read it, thank God. And because my approach to working out is a little bit different than trying to like get these abs and blah, blah, blah. I'm real hippie with the crap.
Hey, that's good.
Workout is not a workout. Although one of my out of shape friends made fun of my blog. He was like, "Oh, you be like the sweat on my brow."
Oh my God.
Dude, shut your no, bro. And this was a buddy of mine who was asking me, same guy, who was like, "Man, I'm trying to lose weight. What do you think about?" And he had this idea. I'm not about to put his business in the street. And I was just like, "Yeah, that don't really work for me. That wasn't, even when I was overweight, when I was pushing 300, that wasn't gonna work. Probably just want to work out." Check out my blog. All right. Our final song of the day comes from an old fan favorite. Is Super King Reza, October Skies. You have been listening to Bastards All Day, Bad Waves on 1680 AM, Q4 Radio, that's Q4.org. For the last time today, it'll be Super King Reza with October Skies to break your love.
These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind. These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind. These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind. These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind. Drowning in all of this liquor, drowning in all of it. I can't go back to the coal mine, think I'm all calling sick. Time to get back to my homework, getting these rockets lit. Blasting off into the sky, till they see me fly, till they see me high, till they see me fly. These October skies, people were always so gracious, telling my daddy to let me be. They ruin my mind, they ruin mine. He never indulge in my lechery, tell me my life is a fantasy, classic Shakespearean tragedy, with fools that are witty and boys that are pretty and rulers with fancier jewels than me. The top of the mountain, they call him king. He got a house and a golden ring. He got a hawk with a silver wing. Steal it and you will be worthy. These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind. These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind. These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind. These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind. Me and my homie, we ran to the stables, we got on our horses and fled from the town. The people were shouting our names all around, they were calling us faggots, and calling us demons, and calling us witches, and calling us villains. They want us be dead, they wish us be broken, they wish us be gone. For mortal emotion, they hang us from trees, they put it online. They lock us in chains, still putting a ride. They spit in our food, body to soap, lock us inside, we lose our hope. Spit in our food, body to soap, lock us inside, we lose our hope. These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind. These October skies, they ruin my mind, they ruin my mind.
All right, that is our broadcast.
These October skies, they ruin my mind. They ruin my mind.
Shout out to Super King Rez. We haven't played in his music in quite some time. Maybe we'll do it. We'll run another one next week.
Yeah, that's a pretty dope song.
Oh, it's a great song. It's a great song. It's an awesome song. I mean, I'm trying to think if I heard something I don't like of his. I'm not sure, but I might low key dip back into the Super King Reza bag. Pause. With that being said, thank you to everyone who was. If you're watching right now, thank you.
Yeah.
If you have come back to watch, thank you. If you have decided to stop watching us altogether,
thank you.
Pull your bottom lip over your head and swallow. Shout out to all the artists, especially like people we've never played. Shout out to DJ Manifest for sending in that album, his album. The shout out to Nova Sport for not only sending that song, but always being a genuine human being.
Yeah.
Shout out to Sean Chantel, Frank Joshua, and Mrs. and Mrs. Smith Comedy in the chat. Shout out to Simon Packney.
Yeah, he's still there? Or is that?
I don't know, but I know his message was retracted.
Yep.
And he doesn't look like a regular listener. I might low-key search this dude on Facebook. Why was his message retracted?
Yeah, it's probably a bot.
Oh, my God. What did you say, Simon?
I wish I would have seen it.
Yeah. Is there anyone else you want to thank?
No.
We do have to get out.
Yeah, I gotta. I got 2 stops to make.
Yeah, we gotta hit the streets.
Yeah.
Thank you for everything. As always, this is a great, not only great time, but a great thing to share with my dear friend Ramon, as well as these artists from all over the world, and you who are kind enough to click on this bullshit. Ramon, you know what to say.
Oh, she sends me the story later. I'll do it next week.